case study for Angola. Former President Eduardo dos Santos, well, he ruled for 38 years with an iron grip. Before he stepped down, he appointed his son Jose Filomeno as chairperson of the Sovereign Wealth Fund with $5 billion of assets under management. He also appointed his daughter Isabel as chair of the board of directors of a state oil company. Now, in the case of Isabel, Isabel was appointed chair in 2016. When she was appointed, she was shareholder of a company that had a consulting contract with the state oil company. Well, after she was appointed, she assigned that contract to a different company based in Dubai. And that company apparently belonged to a close associate of hers. But the other thing is that the state-owned company maintained a bank account at the bank in Portugal where Isabel had a 42.5% stake in the bank. So all this, there's conflicts of interest all over the place, even if the money laundering aspect did not arise, just the conflict of interest is all over the place. But when over $100 million was transferred from this bank owned by Isabel from the account of the state-owned company to that company in Dubai belonging to a close associate, and it was established that actually the company also in Dubai belonged to her. Well, that raised red flags, and it was one of the cases that entangled her in financial shenanigans, and that led to her assets being seized. She is worth over $3 billion, the richest woman in Africa, apparently. With respect to the son, the son was made chairman of a sovereign wealth fund, the Angolan Sovereign Wealth Fund, with over $5 billion in assets under management. Before that, the son was a banker, an investment banker with shareholding in a bank called Kwanza Invest, and another shareholder was actually the chairman of Quantum Global, the asset manager of the Sovereign Wealth Fund based in Switzerland. And when $500 million was transferred in 2018 to an HSBC account in London belonging to Quantum Global, that money was seized, and of course investigation proved that the contract was fraudulent, and Jose Filomeno ended up in jail. These are just some of the money laundering schemes that you will find. So you will see that these funds are moving via correspondent banking relationships, and the jurisdictions that are at risk are not in Africa. These guys are in Africa, but they are putting banks at risk in European jurisdictions, in US jurisdictions. That is why we are discussing this, so that you guys in other jurisdictions may want to institute proper due diligence procedures for persons, politically exposed persons. Former President Jacob Zuma, of course, is entangled in the corruption charges. Sani Abacha, the story of Sani Abacha is well known in Africa. President Abdoulaye Wade, now his son, is in jail for money laundering charges. Hosni Mubarak, he is late as we speak, but of course the assets were frozen in a Swiss bank. We have our president President Frederick Chiluba. He is late, but of course he was entangled in a $50 million corruption stroke money laundering case. These transactions were moving in the London jurisdiction, in the UK jurisdictions. So you see how prominent influential persons, especially in Africa, put banks in other jurisdictions at risk. Well, there is the issue of Russian oligarchs that have been declared PIPs. Technically, they are prominent influential persons as it is now, and of course the same procedures that we apply to prominent influential persons apply to oligarchs now, and enhanced due diligence or special account surveillance procedures must be carried out in this respect. That's all we had for you today. Thank you.